Today is Friday, June 14, 2019. Memory ventures in China are about to introduce their own products to the market. Non-flash memories from YMTC and DRAM products from Changxin Memory Technologies will be released by the end of this year. Semiconductor is the important part of Made in China 2025 project. How Koreans' response to the Made in China 2025? Here's a report from Arirang TV.
South Korea's economy relies heavily on semiconductor exports, and local chip makers are bracing for more rivals from China. And a latest report shows that China's technology in the field will surpass Korea's in the future. Our Gu Ryun-hee explains.
Researchers at Hyundai Research Institute have warned that Korea's semiconductor industry is expected to face increased pressure from Chinese rivals. Although the report released on Sunday did not provide a timeline of when this will happen, it says local companies' market share in the global chip industry will decrease at a faster rate if special countermeasures aren't prepared. This comes after Beijing's moves to dominate high-tech industries, including semiconductors, by increasing investment. This is part of Beijing's Made in China 2025 goals, aimed at increasing the domestic content of core components. Although the movement has been hit by the U.S.-China trade war, previous plans include increasing the proportion of homemade chips so they can account for 40% of the local market by 2020 and at least 70% by 2025. Meanwhile, a separate report by research firm Trendforce shows that China's semiconductor industry revenue will grow by more than 16% in 2019. Although this marks the slowest pace in 5 years because of the continued trade conflicts, reports say the local chip industry will continue to grow thanks to emerging technologies like AI, 5G, and autonomous vehicles. Gu Ryun-hee, Arirang News.
The 2019 output value of the global semiconductor industry is likely to drop nearly 3% annually amid jitters arising from the political and economic turmoil in the world, the Taipei-based Topology Research Institute said Thursday. As a result of an escalating trade war between the United States and China, Shenzhen-based Huawei Technologies company has been banned from buying components from American companies, which may impact the performance of the global semiconductor industry in the second half of the year, the institute said. The annual drop in output value of the global sector is likely to be close to 3%, the first decline in 10 years, Topology said. In the second quarter of 2019, the output value of the global semiconductor industry is forecast to shrink by 8% from a year earlier to $15.363 billion, due to weak demand and a slow digestion of inventories across the world, according to the institute. It forecasts that Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, the world's biggest contract chip maker, will see a 4% year-on-year drop in its Q2 revenue to $7.553 billion, despite growing demand among its clients for 7-nanometer chips. For TSMC competitors, the decline in Q2 revenue will be even steeper, the institute said, forecasting that TSMC will maintain its top world ranking. Another Taiwanese company, Powerchip Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, is likely to record a drop of 42% in its Q2 production value to $194 million, due to sluggish demand for memory and display chips, Topology forecast. Among the world's top 10 chip makers, Powerchip will see the steepest decline in production value, as most of the others are expected to drop 6 to 13% in Q2, the institute said. Shanghai-based Tuhong Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation is the only chip foundry among the top 10 that is expected to keep on balance with a Q2 revenue of $230 million, same as last year, thanks to stable demand for its smart cards, automotive microprogrammed control units, and Internet of Things products, the institute said.
That's all today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on notification.